So we're gonna do another little segment here of questions for Ron. So I have a few here that I've come up with. Start with a baseball question. Who's your current favorite baseball player, and who do you think is the best? Because they don't have to be the same.
No. Well, my favorite's got to be Aaron Judge, since everybody else I like is gone. but I like Judge. He reminds me of a great big cheater.
Yeah.
He's polite. He plays the game hard every time. I don't think anybody really realizes how good a baseball player he is. Not just a power hitter. This guy plays baseball. He's an outstanding defense. Got a great arm. Never showboats. Hits the ball hard all the time. He's definitely my favorite. The best? That's tough. He's among the best. I'm pretty sure he's not the best. I've thought at different times. I thought Acuna for a while, but I don't know how he's going to bounce back from that injury.
Right.
I have no way of telling that, but just displaying skills, he's pretty freaking awesome. Not a big fan of Fernando Tatis Jr., but he's pretty damn good too.
I think you and I are both kind of old school,
Yeah,
that we don't like the showboating. Not to take away from the talent, but
no, and I don't mind the guys. If I hit a ball 500 feet, I'm damn sure going to watch it.
right.
But I'm probably not going to do a dance, and I'm probably not going to try to make my bat do 25 flips on the way up and the way back down. But I remember guys like Drysdale and Gibson. They'd kill you.
Right.
Or they'd try.
Right.
They'd give it their best shot. And I remember what Mantle said when they asked him about it. He said, when I hit a home run, he said, I lowered my head and run around the bases as fast as I could. I figured the pitcher felt bad enough as it was. So that kind of stuck with me. But there, I like Marcus Semien. I think that guy. I didn't know that he was going to be as good as he is, but he's really displayed some awesome talent. And pitchers, it's hard to measure pitchers because of the way they do them now.
Right.
I mean, they're a different cat altogether.
Right.
I think the best talent I've seen is Jonathan Loaisiga, but look what he does. Nobody knows who he is because he doesn't close, he doesn't start, he doesn't do anything. But if you watch him pitch, you're going like, I don't know how anybody hits that. I have no idea how anybody hits that. So I really like him too. Roy needs to trade him to me in a fantasy league.
Good luck.
Yeah.
So more on the sporting side, what's the most favorite sporting event that you've ever been to in person?
In person?
Yes.
Got to go to one All-Star game. I was trying to remember what year it was. It was a really good All-Star game. It was, I know Rivera closed it down. We had really good seats. Went with Keach Ballard and Dennis Letts. And I didn't go with Keach. Didn't go to the All-Star game. I went to the playoff games for Keach, to a Yankee playoff game. But Dennis Letts, myself, Mike Bush, one other guy who I can't remember because he wound up taking Kevin Dancer's spot. Kevin had finagled the All-Star tickets through his, I think, sister who lived in California, and then Kevin got sick, and we went without him. Used his seats. But going to an All-Star game is pretty cool. Going to a playoff game is pretty cool.
Yes.
Either one of those would be one. I mean, when we went to the playoff games, I was rooting for the Yankees, and everybody else was rooting for the Rangers, so that was a little rough. But I thought really it was kind of inconsequential. We all knew who was going to win. The Yankees were going to win.
Right.
So, but both of those were good. I saw Giancarlo Stanton hit a 500 and something foot home run playing for the Marlins. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I saw Judge hit a very impressive home run in the Arlington Stadium that hit right above the bullpen where they had that gate that come down that actually dented the metal above
Wow.
that gate. And I saw Joey Gallo and Nomar Mazara hit 500-foot home
Yes.
runs. Those were both over 500 feet, and they were pretty impressive. To see a ball get hit that far it's just like, wow.
Yes.
Saw Rod Carew hit 3 home runs in a doubleheader.
Wow.
But saw Buddy Bell hit 3 home runs in one game.
Yeah.
Saw Thurman Munson hit that. Of all of them, that would be the one I picked as my most treasured memory. I saw Munson hit one of his very last home runs, in his last home run in Texas, just before he was killed in the plane crash.
Wow. Yeah, I was fortunate enough to be at the Rangers game when Nelly Cruz hit the walk-off grand slam, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, there's nothing like playoff baseball, but I'm obviously very biased. Who were some of the bands or artists that you listened to growing up? I know we've talked probably some about who your favorite ones are now, but growing up, who were the...
I was Waylon Jennings fan before Waylon was cool. When I was a Waylon Jennings fan, everybody else was going, who the hell is that? Except for a couple of friends of mine who were also big Waylon fans. Creedence Clearwater, I owned everything they did. Hoyt Axton, I owned everything he did. Those were primarily college. I guess, in high school, it was a whole lot more rock. I mean, I thought Waylon was rock, but nobody else did. The Creedence, of course, the Guess Who, they actually had a concert. I went to it. I still have their poster, which is a very subliminal drawing of a naked woman, but you have to really look hard to find it. I had to take that when I left them. But those guys, Three Dog Night, I had buddies that were huge Doors and fans, but and if they were a hit in the late 60s, early 70s, I probably was playing their music because I've always been a music guy.
Yeah. Awesome. And then I guess you were talking earlier, one of the poems obviously was about the Willie Mays catch. Is that the greatest catch ever, considering the moment, or what would you, I guess?
I think it was probably the most difficult catch I ever saw made. The greatest catch, of course I didn't see it, I saw it but I saw it on film 100 times. The greatest, the most critical, the catch that, and I have, to this day, I have not figured out why more people don't rave about it. And if I bring it up, it's because it's Mickey Mantle, and it's always just Mickey Mantle. Don Larson throwing a perfect game in the World Series, and Gil Hodges drives the ball in Yankee Stadium 461 feet to center field. Okay,
Right.
You know, we're all impressed with a 425-foot home run. It's 461 feet to center field. And Mantle's playing center field, and the ball's driven over him in the gap to his throwing side, and he's running this way. I mean, full bore, and gets it as it's coming right about there. He doesn't dive, he doesn't crash, he doesn't do anything spectacular, but he makes a catch that if they had their little deal where they show the percentage that this catch would be made, I bet it would be less than 20%. And it was at like the most critical time that you could have possibly. But the guy's throwing the perfect game in like the 6th or 7th inning, and you have to go get this ball. That's, to me, that always has impressed the crap out of me.
Yeah, you had to cover a lot of ground back then.
Yes, that's I saw Bobby Richardson, saw Bobby Mercer. One of the greatest things I ever saw was they used to have those monuments that are in Yankee Stadium at
Right.
Monument Park, because it's 461 feet out there. The damn things used to set out on the field,
Right.
on the deal, and Mercer had a ball hit over him, and it went through the monuments.
Right.
He had to go through the monuments, chase the ball down, and come back out and throw it in.
I think I remember seeing that.
Yeah, you can see almost all of them are on YouTube or Google somewhere, and you can find them. And there's I've seen some that I've looked at. There's a couple this year that I just thought, whoa. The last game I went to, Adolis Garcia made one of the most unbelievable catches I'd ever seen in right field. And they moved. I saw him make one earlier in center that was unbelievable. And they moved him in right to put Tavares, or what was it, Leody Tavares?
Right, yeah.
Can't hit.
Yeah.
They put him in center and moved him over there, and he went over, and you know where the home run in the little foul ball corner is over there in right field. He went over and up and all the way into it, and
Wow.
brings it back, and I'm going and running dead from right field all the way. But I've seen a lot, but Mantle's I don't think was ever more critical, and I think Mays was really impressive too. Again, because he's in the Polo Grounds, and that's almost 460.
Right.
So I think it's even further than Yankees. I think it's 467.
Right.
So it's like a football player catching 100-yard
Yeah.
pass over his shoulder.
All right. Well, that's all I had for today. But if you guys, if y'all want to send us some questions, we'd love to hear from you so we can get some of them going online. So thank y'all very much.